Intelligence. I'm Intox, along with BDot, baby.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
And here's the thing. If anybody would have started from the 20s and got to now, if you didn't see our consciousness evolving every week as we were going, then what fucking show were you watching?
I don't know what.
Because, you know what I mean? Like,
looking at.
You could see us leveling up just in consciousness through the show. That's a crazy thing, you know what I mean, that I noticed as, you know, I really look back and kind of just look back at things. Not that I went back and looked at full episodes or anything, but just going back and kind of looking at how it evolved through the pictures and through some of the video, and then going, wow, our consciousness was rising in real time each week as we were just learning and talking about more shit.
Bomb droppers.
Come on, folks. And then you heard the fucking latest news?
Oh man, what?
Telepathy
It's
tapes?
So much.
The telepathy tapes? From just what you heard. You see what I'm saying? Just you heard just a piece. I listened to all 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And they came out, I think they started coming out back in like August or September or something like that. And they were coming out like every couple of weeks. And it finished like in December. Like December 10th or something is like the last episode came out. So most of these people were hearing this information one, you know, kind of 1 week at a time kind of a thing. It was being dripped out per se. You know what I mean?
I didn't really look at the dates and all that. What was?
I looked that up later after I watched it all. So I watched all 10 episodes on YouTube. You can catch the telepathy tapes. You can catch it for free on YouTube. I mean, it's on your podcast sites. It's free everywhere. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to catch it somewhere quick, it's either on YouTube or it's on Spotify. It's the same places you find us, you're going to find them. You know what I mean? But the telepathy tapes, right? What it boils, let me give everybody what it boils down to. I'm not going to give any spoilers or nothing, but what it boils down to is that this lady, I think her name was Dickens, she studied some autistic children. Mm-hmm. She started hearing stories from different scientists and academic people that these children were speaking with their parents and stuff through their minds. And she just got interested in it and was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? You know, like,
right.
So she was a skeptic approaching it, but interested in the topic, you know, when she started hearing about it. She's like an investigative journalist. That's who she is by trade. She's done documentaries. And so, but this is the first time she did like a podcast. But she had done a few documentaries already on other things, not this topic. But you know what I mean? It's just, she's an investigative journalist. Right. She finds a good story. She goes after it. So she heard about this story, and it sounded interesting to her. And so she goes, let me check into it. So she starts looking into it. She gets with a couple of scientists, a couple of doctors. They show her some stuff, and then she goes, oh, this stuff's, it's like it starts intriguing her, like, wow, this stuff sounds interesting.
This stuff will really happen, huh?
Right. So she's starting to see some stuff. So then she conducts her own experiments with the doctors where she, you know, films it and asks some questions and does some stuff in there to be in there for real with some of these kids, with their parents and everything. And then she's seeing it happening in real time. She's seeing the telepathy work real time, you know, with these autistic children. And see the problem, like, I don't, you know, like how much do we really know about autistic kids? We don't know that much because for the most part, what they tell you usually is especially if you have this is for non-speaking autistic children. But they all probably have this, but they're just talking about the non-speaking ones, the ones that are usually, you know, they don't usually talk. They, you know, a lot of them are just have real fun. They run around in circles and scream and grunt and do weird shit, but they can't. They seem like they're just all over the place. It's those type of kids, right?
And that's crazy.
But they don't speak.
I'm not scared of them, but those are the ones like, I want you to, like, you know, get your child. Like, I don't know what he's. They have no
idea what space is. You know, stuff like that. Like, they're not worried about any of that stuff. So a lot of times, the parents are discouraged and told that, you know, you're never going to communicate with your child. There's really no way to control them. You know, there's nobody in there. It's just a fucking, you know, it's just running a program. So that's usually what they're told, and they're very discouraged. But what they learned was, over some time, you know, working with different things, is that they could start to communicate using like letter boards where they could point to letters to like spell out words and stuff like that, because they started realizing that they are learning, they're intelligent and they're in there, but they just can't control their body to reflect that. Like we can, like we can sit here and talk to each other because we've learned how to motor skill communicate with each other. You know what I mean? Where they for some reason, their body doesn't work like that. It doesn't want to move and communicate. But their mind is fully intact in there, So it's like almost like if you were paralyzed and couldn't speak, but you could still think in your mind. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that's what they feel like at that point. They're just trapped in this body and they can't communicate anything. Every time they try, they're grunting or screaming or fucking freaking out or crying or whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? And nobody's understanding them. So the whole point behind this telepathy tapes is, as they started studying these kids more over the last 30 years, and that's how crazy it is, right? It goes back 30 years, right? Because we know this goes on way before all that. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into that, you know what I mean? But so the idea is just giving y'all the idea of what telepathy tapes are. And so what it comes down to is they're starting to realize that these children have more abilities and more capabilities than we understand. They're just not physical abilities. They're not, they're not going to be athletes. You know what I mean? They're not going to do all this.
Right.
But some of them, even some of them who still can control their body a little bit, are savants even. Some of them, like they might be, 20 years old, never talked, never said anything. But then all of a sudden, throughout their life, they might have been like drawing stuff, and then one day they can they can just look at like a scene and then draw it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And so they're like savants, and they're like, where are they getting this information from? Like, how are they doing that? Or some of them are taking them to like music therapy, Let's just try something. We don't know what works, So they take them to music therapy, and then they pick up a guitar and they just start playing a fucking song. And they're like, how would they even know that? I never taught them that. They might have heard it on the TV or something, but like, there's nobody teaching them, and then they'll just start doing it. And then when they start to talk with these kids, they start learning things about them, because now they can, once they learn how to do the letterboards and stuff, over time, some of these kids learn to do that. They started learning things from them. They started telling them, oh, I know how to play the guitar because all I have to do is download it from consciousness. You know what I mean? So they're talking the same way we're talking about how we're getting downloads and light codes and we're evolving, and they're saying a lot of these similar things. And so that's what was so interesting to me, and it kept me engaged, because a lot of what the kids started revealing about what they understood and knew about the world from their perspective, being trapped inside this body, a lot of it connected with consciousness and the same kind of love and ideas that we talk about, trying to bring the world back from a fucking turmoil. You know what I mean? They're saying a lot of those similar things, and that's what was interesting about it. And there's a lot more to it, but that's the basics of it is, these kids are in there, you know what I mean? And they want to be heard. They want to be part of society. They just had no way to communicate before until they started learning how to do letterboards and different things that they could control, because they can't articulate. Because using your mouth is a motor skill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where using telepathy, because then they can connect to, because some of them connect to their teachers and connect to their parents and stuff, and can talk telepathy. That's, well, obviously telepathy tapes. That was a big part.
Yeah,
so now we're there. So then they can also communicate with telepathy. And so, what would happen is it'd be like the same thing. And once they started learning how to talk a little bit more and stuff, but they would, like early on, some of the parents would say, yeah, I hid his birthday present, but he knew exactly where it was. She goes, at the time, you don't think nothing of it. You just think maybe he saw me or whatever, or something, right? But then as you start looking back, you're like, oh, it's because I knew where it was. They knew where it was. Later on, as they start to learn more about their children, and they're starting to communicate a little more with them, they start learning, and then some of them make full-on connections, where like me and you are talking right now, They're just talking to each other like that in their heads. Them and their child. And the kid's autistic, not speaking, still might be doodling or whatever, but then looking up and, and moving, and they're talking. You know what I mean? It's almost like we're just having this conversation, but we just weren't moving our fucking mouths. You know what I mean? And so some parents end up getting that connection with their children. And they're like, we would try to tell doctors and try to tell people about it, and they would dismiss us and tell us we're crazy.
Bomb droppers.
Would you start talking about consciousness? Would you start talking about downloads? Would you start talking about powers? Would you start talking, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to go, what the fuck are you into?
Oh, yeah, something wrong with you.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You need a mental home. Like,
right.
What?
But we've got now case studies from these children who have all the same abilities. They just can't control their body. So what I'm starting to think from hearing some of that and just the idea of that is we're fully connected and fully grounded into our 3D abilities. That's why we function in this world the way we function. You know what I mean? We can do the things we need to do in this world to get it done. You know what I mean? But the thing is how do you get out of that? How would you start to not talk to people and start using telepathy? How would you do it? There'd be no reason to, right? Let's just communicate. Let's just talk. Right. But you'd have to do it through adding in a variable, right? These children are that variable. They're doing it. They didn't even come here to assimilate. They didn't even try to get to our level and then tell us they could do it. They made you go to them. You see what I'm saying? So that tells us if these parents and these teachers can communicate with these kids telepathically, that means all of us can communicate with each other telepathically. Everybody.
Bomb droppers.
Right? Think about it. You know what I mean? Like, put it together. Put it together, right? Give that a second. But if any of those people can connect with these kids, that means any of us can do it. And like we've been saying, we have these powers. We just forgot. We're remembering. They're part of us, helping us remember. But they're also here like light workers like us doing shit. They're holding light. They're radiating love. They're doing all these things we're doing too. So you know what I mean? It's dual missions. We all have missions. You know what I mean? We all have missions that we're doing. That was the whole idea. So a lot of them are talking the same way. They're saying they have missions too and stuff like that. So it's a lot of this. It's just what's crazy is
just go through it differently.
Similar shit, and that's what was cool about it. So yeah, it was so similar. They talked about God. They talked about heaven. They talked about realms. Damn, now I'm giving it away. My bad.
Yeah, gotta go watch it, man.
Telepathy tapes. Before I give y'all too much.
Yeah, you want to hear a funny story? So he tells me to go look it up, right? He sent me a text, hey, Dad, go look up.
Yeah, I told
telepathy tapes. Then he goes, I'm on episode 8.
Right, I added that in.
So I'm thinking that you're actually on.
Oh, right. He thought they used a clip or something and put me in there, right?
Like, what?
So you went and listened to episode 8.
I listened to it.
Yeah.
I want to listen to it.
You were just kind of in and out.
Yeah.
Just catching. Yeah, I got you.
I was waiting to hear your ass.
Yeah, you wanted to see me pop up. Right, I got you. Because that's what you were thinking. Yeah. But I meant I had just completed episode 8. Or I was started episode 8. Something like that. That's what I meant. Like, I'm on episode 8. As in, I'm moving through it.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. But you initially took it that I was on that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Some people, some people think different, man. I was like, oh, shit.
Right.
You on episode 8?
He's on episode 8.
Okay, let's get it. I gotta see
that. Would have been crazy though, right?
You
If they'd have used some shit we said.
Yeah, I was there to support. I was there.
Yeah. No, but yeah, interesting. But yeah, so you saw, so you heard that one episode to kind of get the idea of what was happening per se.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why. So I was like, that's really all I was trying to get. You know what I mean? If you want to go back and listen to the rest of it later, I get you.
I ain't gonna lie, I went back a little bit.
Yeah.
I went back to one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I should have said that. Start at 1.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm on episode 8, start at 1.
I was like, damn, they done got my man Tox on episode 8.
I know, right? That'd be crazy.
Let me hear what's going on.
That'd be crazy. Definitely.
Shit.
Yeah.
Telepathy, man. Shit all in your mind, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sprinkled out throughout that whole fucking thing, which is cool, man. Is it's gonna help further validate the shit we've been saying. And echoing from everybody else because they've been saying it for 30, 40 years too. You know what I mean? And it just goes to the whole thing that this has been this way this whole time. You know? It's just that we can see when we go back, you know, like we talked about, you know, the Aboriginals, the Native Americans, whatever you want to call them, right? They was here chilling. You know what I mean? They was here chilling. They had, you know, they had the castles. They had the fucking big plantation buildings, you know, the big house, you know, and all these different things, right? This stuff was already here. And we was already doing shit, you know? And then motherfuckers had to pull up and start fucking with us and dumbing us down to their shit. You know what I mean? And now we've been dumbed down by the Rockefeller systems and the cabal and every fucking thing else. You know what I mean? And that's how we got here. That's how we got to this moment. You know what I mean? But if it's all a simulation, think about it. You know what I mean? They're just running they ran a program on us and we bought it. You know, we bought the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're like, oh, this looks fucking real to me. I guess this is what it is, you know? And so that's how they were able to fucking, you know, then poison our water, then poison our food because we're so distracted by the Matrix.
Definitely got caught up in it.
We're not fucking paying attention to anything, you know, because.
Definitely got caught up in it, man. And they got power to do every fucking thing. They own everything, man. Like what, the water, the power?
Yeah. Like, yeah, they were doing it while we weren't looking. You know what I mean? We weren't looking.
Overnight and shit, you know? When motherfuckers sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just in our pockets, man. You know what I mean? Stealing from us, all that shit, man. Everything. So, yeah. So, you look at it, it's like that's at this point, we're they call it economic slavery. We're in economic slavery. It's called debt. Once they put us on a debt system, we became economic slaves. Now, how do you know what I mean? How do you pay a debt with a debt? You know what I mean? You can't do that. That's why this system's so rigged. You know? That's the crazy part about it. But we are in this system. And when you don't follow those rules, there are consequences. You know what I mean? Everybody sees them every day. You know? And that's the thing. Where did all these fucking rules come from? Because they weren't here before.
Told you. Bomb droppers.
You know what I mean?
They come overnight, man.
Yeah. These things weren't here before.
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
And then they sign them, and then we wake up in the morning, it's on the news. Now it's a law.
Right. It's like, when it just fucking happens. You're just like, no. When did the people have a say? We don't.
Never.
We didn't. Yeah. We weren't paying the fucking attention, man. And that doesn't mean we have to be like total fucking political hounds. But what it means is we have to take our power back. You know what I mean? Like that's, and then when people go, well, what does that mean? And I'm going to say, what it means is when you give your power to a few people and you put them somewhere where you can't see them, what do you think they're going to fucking do?
Bomb droppers.
So taking our power back means rights have to come back to the states. We have to knock a bunch of that fucking government shit down. It controls too many things we can't see. You know what I mean? And we can't, you know what I mean? I can't control all this shit. There's too much going on out there. We need to bring some of that stuff back to the States, back to the people, which is what we're doing. That's the idea of flipping. How they talk about the money's flipping, the wealth transfer. Part of that wealth transfer is, look at it now. Having a degree doesn't mean shit anymore. You know what I mean? When it used to be so prized and people got into debt for it. You know what I mean? Now it's trades, with working with your hands, knowing things, being creative. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the real shit. That was them killing our dreams, man, thinking we had to fucking work ourselves into a fucking hole. Damn. You know what I mean? We're starting to come out of that.
8 years for a piece of paper.
You know what I mean?
And now you can't use it.
And that's worthless. Now you got to go find something else.
Shit, you should have thought about that after your high school diploma.
Right.
I don't use no high school diploma for
We
nothing,
talked about that, remember?
Yeah, right.
Remember? We said.
Right, but I just use it as a fucking example.
I'm like, I've never shown it to anybody. Ever. Like, I just say I got one. And they just assume I got one.
That's crazy.
Because I never showed it to nobody.
Well, that's wild. I do have one, but
yeah, mine's at my mom's house. She has it on the wall. I've never seen it. Like, once she had it and I left, see ya. I never saw it again.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck that thing even looks like.
Right.
You know?
I knew I would go there and stay.
Yeah. I brought that motherfucker home. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? What happens to it after that? It's not my concern. But yeah, there must be a fucking database because I say yes and they don't call me on it. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit wild, man.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's how things are changing because if you notice just in 2024, you can look up the stat. I'll see if I can find something, throw it on the screen. But they said something like 1,800 CEOs stepped down in 2024. 1,800? From where? From what? How many fucking places were, what? How many CEOs are out there? You know what I mean? Right. Like, if 1,800 stepped down in 2024 and nothing changed, like, we didn't feel it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's
yeah, because they know something about to go there.
Right. Exactly.
They know something about to go there, man. What a coincidence.
But what it is it's
them.
taking the power away from those corporations. That's what they're doing. That's the flip of it, like we're saying. Those corporations are getting chopped off at the heads, and then everything's getting redistributed. That's why a lot of places are going out of business, if you notice. You know what I mean? A lot of places are just shutting up shop. Sears, gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard something else go ahead and get up out of here.
Macy's, gone.
Yeah, Macy's
gone. You know what I mean?
Macy's.
You see what I'm saying? These places are starting to lose out because the wealth is transferring back to the people. These corporations were stealing it from us through their little fucking means of whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you're shutting all that shit down. There's not a fucking McDonald's on every corner anymore. There's not a Burger. Look at all the fucking Wendy's and all these places that shut down. KFCs. They're gone. It's like none in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And so,
I mean, I see.
I mean, you know, certain neighborhoods, I'm sure, still have them or whatever. But I'm just saying, but a lot of that shit is shutting down because that was how they were stealing from us through shit like that. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? Just having excessive shit and then paying us nothing. You know what I mean? You got all these places out here. You know what I mean? There's McDonald's on every other fucking corner. And they tried to, remember in the 90s, they played us. You know what I mean? Calvin's got a good job with McDonald's, you know? The whole Calvin and shit. They played us, man. Thinking it was going to be, thinking they was going to take care of us. They ain't take care of us. Remember that shit?
It's all a joke.
Yeah.
Bro.
So, yeah, you know, because you look at it, and so this was something I was talking to somebody the other day about. And I said, we can be mad about ingredients all we want, right? Okay? Like, you know, Red 40 and all this weird shit that's in our stuff, in our ingredients. We can be mad at that and say, okay, those companies should fucking, you know, take that shit out and do what we got to do, right? But what I was saying was, when are we going to hold the grocery stores to their shit? Because if the grocery store was really about us and our health, they wouldn't even carry those fucking products.
Bomb droppers.
So they're all fucking in on it, folks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because think about it that way. Why is my grocery store not looking out for me? You see what I'm saying? Like, I have to. If you go in a grocery store and you have to look at the ingredients, then it's not real. It's not real at that point. You've went away from real food. You know what I mean? I gotta read ingredients.
But it's crazy. Well, we gotta check every damn thing, so nothing is real then, huh? That what you saying, basically, because you gotta check every damn thing now, especially.
Right. That tells you how much they're fucking with all this shit. Why do they have to keep doing that? When are we gonna look at these grocery stores and go, when are you gonna sell us real products, man? You know what I mean?
Just stop fucking with the grocery store. Bomb droppers.
Go back to butchers. Go back to farmers markets and things. Right, a lot of that stuff's happening again.
Remember the what's them people, man?
Amish.
The Amish, yeah, the Amish people, man.
Yep, Amish markets. Yep.
Need to be like,
you know how that food always just tasted better.
Man,
their food from there just always tasted better because they have real ingredients.
They wings.
They're not fucking. You know what I mean? They're not fucking around with the bullshit that's out here.
For real.
They got their own ingredients.
The fucking baked beans. Mm-hmm. If you know about the Amish market, you know about.
You know what's up.
Yeah. You know what's going on.
Donuts.
The wings. Oh my goodness.
Ribs. They had all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Everything was good. Everything was good.
Oh man. I used to get apple cider.
Plates, you get you know what I mean? You get your tray full and everything. Take that tray home, man. Oh, man. So good.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And everything was natural, man.
Probably cleaner. I wouldn't say 100%, but I'm probably cleaner.
Right.
Cleaner than what we were getting. Because they may be getting some of their meats from some of these same processed places and stuff. They can't be fucking, you know what I mean? They can't be raising all this shit. You know what I mean? So they're getting their meats from somewhere.
Well,
you know what I mean? But I don't. But I don't know. Maybe
that's a mystery now.
Maybe they do got enough. Are they raising all this fucking meat? You know what I'm saying? Because if they are, then yeah, it is going to be much better. You know what I mean? Hopefully, most likely not fucked with as much.
The Amish, yo.
So yeah, the Amish markets, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So we got. That's why we got to start supporting those places more, and fuck McDonald's and fuck Walgreens and their bullshit. You know what I mean? Walgreens ain't fucking did nothing but, you know what I mean? Like, Walgreens started out as just giving you your creams and your pills and shit, your pharmaceuticals, and turned into this little mini fucking store that now sells makeup and all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Damn. Walgreens.
It's like, that's how they got us hooked into all this shit. You know what I mean? Everywhere we go, there's things. Everybody needs things. You know, no matter what it is, if it's food, if it's things, if it's trinkets, if it's shirts. I mean, you know what I mean? I get it. We gotta make a living, and you know what I mean? If you're in our town, it's cool to catch some shit, but we can all do that. We don't need Walgreens to do it for us. We can be doing it ourselves, selling our own shit, all have our own stuff. You know what I mean? Where did those markets? Those markets are gone. You know what I mean? They call them flea markets and swap meets now. You know? There should be places where the locals can go and fucking put their shit together. You know what I mean?
They got one.
Patapsco?
Yeah.
That's one in this area, but there's not many like that.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
So yeah.
If you do want to spot, shit, go down there.
Yeah.
You know? I think like $25 a table.
Something like that, yeah.
Shit ain't
it's not
about
too much,
nothing, man. Yeah, it
might be as much as 50 for the day or something.
Yeah,
it's not horrific.
People come through there.
Yeah, it's not crazy. I know.
And
that.
if you got a nice product, you in there.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you know, product sells itself. At that point, if you got a good product, so
yeah, for real. $25 a table, easy.
Right.
Easy flip. I mean, you do the math. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got a legit project, I said project, product, shit. Why not promote it, man? Go up there, you gotta get some type of love or publicity.
Right.
Why not go up there? Gotta start somewhere. Shit.
Yeah.
Why not? $25 a table?
Yeah.
You never know. You might hit something. Somebody might want
There's
four.
a lot of good products in there too.
Yeah, man. What?
Yeah, I'd be up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it cost? $0.25 to get in that bitch?
Yeah. It's $0.25 to get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go for my oil. I got oil spot.
Yeah. That's
know.
a really good place to find some oil. Right?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
You just can't go to any old body because everybody,
Everybody's
oil ain't,
different.
everybody be putting too much
Some people mix it different.
water. Yeah. Like, your chemist skills a little off,
Your
bro.
chemist skills are up.
You wasn't measuring well.
We need to cut it.
Yeah. You wasn't
Cutting it,
measuring.
man. Cutting it too much.
Oh, you trying to make a profit.
Right? It's not supposed to bubble like that. It's too much water in there.
Shit. I go to my man Malik. Shout out to you, Malik.
Shout out.
He got the oils in there. Got the soaps,
Nice.
incense, the toothpaste with no fluoride.
Oh, he's got the whole deal.
And he got everything in there, man.
Oh, wait, I think I seen that dude. I seen him in there.
Got the shea butter.
Yeah.
Malik. He
Yup.
like a little short.
All the product, they got like a white label on them. Is there like a white label on them?
He in the middle is
On the
it's in the middle
far-
section.
Middle?
Yeah. All right. So as soon as you pay your quarter,
Yup.
you walk in the second right, that middle section.
Okay.
He right there, like in the middle. If you go down, like
Got
as soon
you,
as
got you.
as soon as you,
Okay, I might have
as soon as
seen
you, as soon as you bust
been a
that
little
right,
while.
you gonna start smelling some scents. You like, damn,
Something smell good over
that's
there.
him.
Okay.
It's gonna lead you right over there.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Telling you,
Okay.
I've been going in for
I ain't been there
years,
in a
man.
while. I ain't been in been a few months. I ain't been in there in a while.
Yeah, I've going for years, man.
Yeah.
They got some Jamaican castor oil soap that I use.
Right.
Just
Yeah, you find your stuff.
it's a lot of shit in
Yeah,
there.
you find your stuff. I get it. That's the point. You know what I mean? But see, that's what I'm saying. And that's local shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
We could all be fucking with that and stop buying fucking Dove. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now Dove's out of the fucking picture. We fucking with the local motherfuckers doing the soaps.
Yeah, but you can't tell nobody. You can't tell nobody that. Oh, Dove the shit. Bro. What? Dove, shit. I ain't getting my Dove. Like,
Yeah.
got it.
But you see, see what I'm saying? Like that's how easy if we just start shifting over out away from the corporate products. The corporate shit is what's been fucking stealing from us this whole time and fucking with us because we're not paying attention. We weren't paying attention. We're paying attention now.
Shit, they ain't gonna do it. If you ain't do it by now, you ain't gonna do it. Man, it's gonna be too late.
Yeah. Speaking about too late.
Time is ticking, bruh. It's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
Shit, time ticking. Shit, they talking about what? Some snow Sunday?
Again?
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Man,
Oh, you mean
it's about to be.
because of inauguration on Monday? They're trying to block that shit with snow?
Yeah, they talking about snow.
They're trying to block it?
So Texas, Texas, they don't.
They're going to host it?
They get snow, but not really. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they getting snow. Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, they say it's going to like do a big sweep across. Yeah.
So I'm like,
See? They're
just
fucking
down south,
They're
huh?
fucking with the weather, man.
Florida
It's
about
on
to get some
purpose.
snow.
Yeah. Right. Florida, holy shit.
Yeah, Florida about to get some snow. Man, them people ain't ready
They
for
trying
no
to
snow,
fuck
bro.
everybody up.
Them people ain't ready for no snow. Yo, they walking around in flip-flops out that moment.
Not on that day.
Shit, someone will be.
They probably will.
Yeah.
They don't have
That's
nothing
all they
else.
got.
They don't have nothing else. I sent that to somebody a while back.
Timberland flip-flops.
Yeah.
Open toe.
Yeah.
It's like that.
And they don't even have big coats.
So not for real, seriously.
The most they have is a hoodie. They don't even be having coats. What do we need a coat out there for? Never gonna wear it. A hoodie. You just wear your hoodie. That's all you got. Your hoodie and your muffs.
Man, that shit weird, man. They talking about we getting some weather.
Yeah. They saying some more up here though?
Cold weather, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, I think.
From the was it the 19th?
Because
From
Trump's
the 19th through the 25th, we supposed to get a whole week of bad weather.
that's the inauguration on the 20th.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're trying to stop it. So that's why I heard that he's doing a rally on the 19th for whatever reason. And everybody's going, oh shit, what if he's about to fucking announce some shit at that point? Because at that point it's over. There's nothing they can do. He takes over the next day, regardless of what the fuck they do. You know what I mean? So who knows? I don't know.
Man, I don't know. I'm not.
A lot of shit going on, man.
I'm not even following that shit. This shit's weird.
Yeah, I think it's like I said.
I'm
I think
just preparing for whatever the hell is about to come for this cold.
right.
You know,
But that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of this is tied in. It's tied into shit. It's like weird how it's all happening right at the same time when all these other things are happening. Yeah, yeah. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot's still going on with this LA fire still too. You know?
That too.
Yeah, you see, you've seen the videos where they got a couple of videos where like they've seen there's orbs like flying around in the fires and shit. You seen those? There's some videos where they say people are seeing orbs flying around in the fires and stuff like that. And then they got the one that got caught on. They caught it from the TV from like a newscast. They were doing a flyover, and a fucking ship. This little ship goes flying through the fucking thing. You have to like slow it down, and you can see this little ship come flying through. Like, what the fuck was that? So yeah, there's some weird shit going on over there too. Not
Definitely
only the
some
fires,
shit
but
going
like
on.
weird, the same shit we had in New Jersey is happening over there too. You know what I mean?
And then I think some clips where some officers telling people they can't go back in their crib.
Yeah, I saw those where they were denying people.
Yeah. And people
because they're looting them.
getting upset.
Yeah, because they're looting them. So they don't want the people to go back in there, so they know what's happening. They're getting looted right now too. That's on purpose. Yeah, but you got to remember they might be in there searching for things too.
Bomb droppers.
Remember how we always say sometimes this stuff is surface level shit. They're burning stuff out, but then they're probably in there searching for shit too. You know what I mean? They're trying to catch something. There's something along, you know what I mean? It's not just a fire. There's more to it.
Yeah. It's
There's some
definitely
operations
more
happening too.
to it.
You know what I mean?
Then they trying to burn the joint down to
Because, well, that's the thing is a lot of
trying
it.
to get over there. Had Olympics over there.
Yeah, they're saying that. There's some people trying to put that connection together.
Like, come on, man. Like,
but
I don't even get
they got
into
4 years from this point to do the Olympics. So they're like, most people don't think the Olympics would be too connected into it, but you could see, I mean, it's the same, it's the next one, or whatever. So it's like, who knows?
Or smart city.
Smart city stuff they're talking about, right? But that's the thing. LA's done. We can see Hollywood's over. You know what I mean? Hollywood's done. You got Mark Wahlberg building a new studio. You got Tyler Perry's studio. You got different studios that are going to be popping up. Hollywood's trying to run. They're going to new places right now. So either, you know what I mean? Like they're running from Hollywood. They know that shit's over. Whatever they were doing in there with them tunnels, it's over.
It's a wrap.
So yeah, so they're just running to new locations, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. What a time to be alive, man.
It's all changing. That's the thing.
Shit is crazy.
See it changing. You know, and some, and then there you see them with the theory too that we're in like two different people are in two different like dimensions right now or something, because some people are seeing fires and some people weren't seeing any fires. Some people were like filming in the same locations and they're like, there's nothing here. Like they're live and shit. They're like, I'm live right now. There's no fires here. And they're like in the locations where they said it was fires.
Oh, wow.
So there's people that have been doing like, videos where they're like, there's a fire here on, you know what I mean? And they're filming that live or whatever. And then there's other people filming live shit where they're in the same location going, there's nothing here. I'm here right now. So they're like, are people experiencing two the fucking dimensions right now? Like, is that the split? Is that where people are getting split up?
Bro, I'm not even following it. I'm not even following that shit right now. But I'm catching bits and pieces of it.
Right.
Not looking into how shit, but
Well, maybe you don't need to.
I don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I said.
Fire going on over there.
That's all you need to know.
That's not gonna stop me from
doing what you gotta do. Right. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely. I got you. And that's what I say. It's not for everybody.
Right.
Not all of it. Not all of it's for everybody.
Ain't gonna lower my vibration. I'm not for the world, man.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta limit your stuff. Like that's what I was saying last week. I think when I was kind of talking about that, I was letting a lot of all that kind of just wrap me back up again emotionally. You know what I mean? Like it was like I was just taking it all in instead of deciphering it and decoding it and moving it like I usually do. I was just kind of holding on to it and letting it just kind of muster and hang around. And so that's why I was kind of getting to a point where I was like, I don't know if it was almost like, how if I'm absorbing those energies, obviously, I would just absorb so much that it was like starting to drag me down. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I was feeling, but I don't feel like that no more. But I think that's because I talked about it and I understood it and I was, okay, now I know what's going on. You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. Right. I caught it. I didn't just let it keep fucking with me.
Right.
So,
well,
yeah, it happens.
As long as you caught it.
I believe so. Yeah, I'm good. I was like, just don't get caught up in it.
As long as you caught it, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's what I had to tell myself. I was like, just don't get caught up in it. What are we doing? Just know that all of this is moving this way for a reason. Right. It's all for the greater good.
Bomb droppers.
That's all we can look at.
Yeah. I'm just going to ride these cold days out. See, I'm man, they talking about it's going to be the worst
Sunday?
It's ever been.
What? Oh, it's like Snowmageddon is coming?
No, not that much. No, but not here. But we'll get
a little bit, but
a little bit of snow.
But Texas, but Louisiana, and Florida is gonna feel it, right?
Yeah, but we gonna get the wind and shit. You know what I mean, the cold,
the Arctic temperatures.
Man, that shit say what? The low's 11.
Ouch.
9 degrees.
Ooh.
Baby. I ain't messing with none of that.
Wow. Haven't had those degrees.
Yeah,
wow.
23,
It's been a while.
21.
Some
yeah.
degrees like that.
Yeah. And the high's going to be 23, 21, some type shit. But it's going to be like a little wind, like wind chills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the wind chill, it's probably worse, right?
That shit going to buff through your damn clothes.
Yeah, man. My shoes are going to want to run back inside.
For real, man. Shit. They say some of the animals trying to get in people's house.
Probably
man.
at that point. So there's certain shit that probably freezes to death at that point too. There's some probably animals that just can't even handle it.
Yeah, man.
Like possums or something.
I seen a clip today.
Possum just hanging on a tree, just fucking frozen out. Done. Yeah,
man. I seen a clip today. I swear to goodness, man. Thing messed me up a little bit, man.
What's that?
It was like snowing outside, and they had some cows just sitting outside in the
Oh,
barn.
that
Just
they had 'em
looking crazy.
and they were like looking around, but they couldn't
just
move
sitting
and
there
shit.
with snow,
Just
and
frozen.
ice, and pile on them. I was like, damn.
I mean, they're meant to be outside, but I don't think they were meant to be in those temperatures.
Not like this.
Remember how we were saying? I think this shit's like fucking unnatural. We shouldn't be having all this fucking snow and craziness.
Yeah.
Like, I think there could, here's the thing. Could there be an area for that? Yeah. Let's leave it up there in the Arctic, right? You know what I'm saying? Why does it got to need to be down here where we're at, chilling? You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be down here. We can go there when we want to experience it. You know what I mean? Just turn it into a tourist attraction. Come on, people will go. They like snow. They'll be able to go in little snow cabins and different shit. You know what I mean? That's up there. We don't need that down here. That's all I'm saying.
Shit. Shit, they got snow right now in Buffalo, New York.
Yo.
Man, they got people crashing. There's all type of wickedness going on out here.
You hear they're like paying, they had to pay some fees or something to like drive in certain areas at peak times in New York. They're charging them now.
What?
Yeah, there's some shit. I have to pop it on the screen. I think I saw that shit. It was like they're charging people in New York on certain roadways and areas. They're charging them money to travel through those areas at peak times to make it, to like lessen traffic and make it. And so it did lessen traffic. Nobody's driving through these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that shit. We'll go around. So it's like certain areas in the city. I'll pull it up. It'll probably say what it is. And it's just there. And there's certain areas that are certain blocks of areas where they're like, we're going to charge you to drive through here at peak times or whatever. And it was like peak money too. It was like starting at 9 going up. You know, like diesels would have been like 20 or something. You know what I mean? Or some shit. And so it was like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like they're charging you to drive down the street now. You know what I mean? It was bad enough to have tolls in different areas. You can blame it on a bridge. I get it. We got to put a few bucks to the bridge. You know what I mean? Maintain it and different shit. I could see that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Where you're going, hey, if this is paying for the bridge, I get it. You know what I mean? But how long are we going to pay for this fucking bridge? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here?
When did this shit stop?
Yeah, it never
This is an
stops.
ongoing thing.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, yeah, so it's just.
That shit been built one time.
Right. Over times, million times. You know, it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's the craziness. And so it's like, now we're just charging to drive down certain blocks.
Oh no. So you telling me what? There's somebody standing outside? There's somebody standing right on the street, be like, hey, you can't go down here. You gotta pay.
No, it's the same thing like with Easy Pass. So if you go through there, they're gonna know, or they're just gonna fucking hit your license plate.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's like the same shit. So they know you went through there.
Damn.
Right. That's how fucking crazy it is. So everybody, so that's why I was like, so I sent them a thing and I said, Blade Runners, baby. Just go down there and chop all that shit down. Fuck that shit. Destroy it. Cut it down. Chop it down. Fuck them. Yeah, but they had the little pucks up there, you know, pew, 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 flashing everybody. It's like, what the fuck? Just to drive down the street? Wow. Because it's peak times right now. But yeah, nobody's doing it. They're showing like empty streets the next few days and shit once they implemented it. It just got implemented.
Damn. What a waste.
I mean, you're like, why was that even a thing to think about? Like, is it just to steal more money? This is how we can get more money out of people?
Facts.
You know? Or was it to bring down pollution? Or what? I mean, what are they trying to blame it on here? We'll see. I got to read the article. I didn't read it all. We'll see what it is. But yeah,
I swear, every time I look up now, it's another speed camera.
Right, they're everywhere. Fuckers are everywhere.
I'm like, damn.
It's just like
they got motherfuckers so nervous to drive on the highway.
Right.
I'm like, bruh.
Everywhere you go, you got to be on the fucking lookout for somebody trying to steal your money, man. The fuck?
the motherfucking thing say 50, the thing flash 50, and you breaking all crazy.
You're already doing 50, sir.
This is a highway, bro. Like, go 53 at least. Damn. Fuck them.
Right. You can do like up to 10 more than the fucking thing.
All right. I don't know if they change it, but I know it's 5.
You think it's only 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Oh, I was told it was 10. So like if it says 55, I can go 63.
60.
And I'm probably good.
Yeah, if you don't get caught.
Yeah.
If you don't get caught.
I guess. I don't know.
If he ride next to you, he probably like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't speeding the ball or nothing like that.
Right.
Shit, I was riding next to one the other day. I was like, man, listen, I'm not speeding. I'm chilling. Everything good. Leave me alone. But he turned off.
Yeah. Yeah. Just send them good vibes, man. Hit them with love and light and send them on their way. Nothing going on over here.
Definitely ain't nothing going on over here. Wrong vehicle, my guy. Wrong vehicle.
No reason to look over here. These are not the Jedi you're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. That's what it was. For all you Star Wars fans out there. If you went and saw Star Wars in the movies theater, you got a gray streak in your hair right now. Some people call you grandma and grandpa.
Oh, shoot. That's crazy. I had a cousin, she loved the fucking Star Wars. She watched every
I think the first one
episode.
came out in like 77 or 76 or some shit. It's like, yeah, I was like, to see that in the theaters, that was probably fucking amazing. At that time, 70s, go to the movies and see fucking Star Wars? I mean, Star Trek was out, but I get it. You know what I mean? That's some new shit. You'd be like, because you go back now and watch that fucking movie, and you see how fucking fake that fucking movie really is. Like, just the putting together of the movie. Like, you know what I mean? You can see where they tricked us with the shit to make it look real, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Where now it's harder to do that because everything just looks like so amazing. You know what I mean? Everything's all,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, what's the fake shit in here?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're like, this whole scene is fake? It fucking looks normal to me. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck? But I'm picking it out now. Even in newer movies, I pick it out.
Yeah, I done seen stunt doubles and shit show up. Like, I missed that.
Caught on that one, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
What I see the most in older and newer movies is it's all about perspective. You know, a lot of those shots they do where two people are talking, right? The main shot they always do is usually the back of this person's head looking at this person talking, or it's like a side shot of both of y'all. It's always like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only two, like, it's the over the shoulder, or it's the person talk, like both of y'all in the shot or something. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and then it's the other way. You know what I mean? When it's the other person. And if you notice a lot, they only have to shoot one scene of them talking, their own scene. Then all they have to do is put a little perspective thing in the back and do that shot. And that person doesn't even have to exist. That could be just a fucking anything. It just has to look like the back of a person's head, and this person's talking to them. We'll never know the fucking difference. Like, and if you look in a lot of movies, you'll see that shit. It's not even like a real person sitting there. It just looks like it is. Yeah. Because it doesn't even need to be. You know what I mean? At that point, you are that person. That's the perspective you're looking at. You know what I mean? So it's like these little things where they fucking trick us all the time, and you're just going, like, I'm just picking them out. And I'm like, you know, some people can go, you're ruining the movie, man. It's just a movie. You're like, no, I'm not ruining it. I'm just going, look at how they're tricking the shit out of us with all this stuff. They think we're stupid. That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing your shit.
Well, everybody ain't catching it, so only you understand.
Yeah.
You know how that go.
I just have a different perspective. Yeah.
Right.
I have a different angle. I'm seeing it from a different angle. Yeah, because I'm going, no, that background isn't real. That isn't even a real background. Come on. That's a different shot. I'd be like catching all this little stuff, man. Yeah.
So you speak out loud during a movie?
I mean, not if we're watching something together with people. But like if I'm by myself, I'm calling all this shit out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going, look at this shit. You see this? Nobody's there.
No.
But I just have to call it out. But yeah, like I'll do it sometimes just to see if other people see what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Because I'll be watching a scene or I'll watching a movie and I'm like, I see him doing a certain thing and I'm going, yeah, that's not real. That's not a real thing back there. Like this is fake, you know, or whatever. You could see how it's different. Just to me, I can see it looks different than normal life. You know what I mean? Like something's off about it. And so I'll be seeing some shit and then sometimes I'll go, look, I'll be like, look, does that look real to you? Does that look like a real fucking thing back here? Doing this or whatever? And they'll be like, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't know, something's playing tricks on my eyes or something. And it'll be something in the background or something where it looks like they're doing something and I'm like, that's not a real shot. That was some fake shit. You know what I mean? I'll be like, that was some fake shit. It's just different shit. You'd have to be there for me to show you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
can
got
see
you.
it in any movie. I can see it in every movie. Every movie has it because a lot of those shots we think they're doing are some fake ass fucking shots that we've been falling for our whole lives. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like
it's the way that they
like the
angle it and shoot
shot,
it.
Like the action shots.
Different ones, yeah.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. You can see where the fucking fake shit is. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, man. I'm starting to catch, I mean, not starting to catch on, but like, I can just see it in every fucking movie now. You know, no matter how much, that's why I think, you know what? I think that's why I never liked like black and white movies. And they were boring to me, no matter what it was about. Black and white movie, just like the only good one I could watch is Clerks. Clerks, because it's black and white, but it's funny. There's a lot going on in that movie. But for me, most black and white movies, I do not want nothing to do.
What?
Just don't want nothing to do.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. But I used to
you know what I mean?
I used to watch I Love Lucy.
I did a little bit. I saw a few episodes, but that
was my shit. In black and white.
Yeah, I didn't get into it too much, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
What?
No, I seen a few episodes, but I never got into it. It wasn't something I was interested in.
Right.
Personally. Yeah. I liked X-Files, man. No, I'm just kidding.
X-Files. Yeah.
And Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries was shit.
Yeah, it was. We had people around watching with you.
Yeah.
By yourself,
I would watch it by myself all the time. Constantly.
It was that music to get me.
That's what everybody says. They hit them.
That's it.
Nothing sounded creepy to me. It didn't sound creepy to me. I guess I got used to it.
Yeah, probably.
I just got used to hearing it over and over and over.
You probably was singing this shit when it came on.
I might have. What are the words? I'm just kidding. There was no words.
Yeah, it wasn't no words. Yeah, it was straight.
It was just a fucking creepy ass tune.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all fucking dramatic and shit.
I forgot how it went.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good. I don't want to know.
Let's play it. Let's play it.
I saw Mysteries. Damn, that's crazy. I ain't that shit like.
Think we could get away with playing it?
I don't know.
Or would they flag it? You think fucking YouTube would flag it? Let's see.
I just want to hear it when it come on.
Oh, here's the theme. Let's see.
Yeah, I won't play the whole thing. Just play it when it.
Where's it at? Oh, no, come on.
Just be smart.
Let's see.
This program is about unsolved.
Is this it? Okay, yeah. This might be it.
I just want to hear the music. Sorry to make sure my gum all crazy, folks.
Tonight,
There it is.
the season premiere of Unsolved Mysteries.
thought that shit. No.
We gotta get the end. We gotta get the end of it. That's the song, but we gotta get the end of it, like when it's going down.
My great shit.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the joint.
I'm like, wait a minute, that first one, hell no.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it.
Yeah, that
I was like,
boy,
we
that
gotta get
last
the
one had that. Like, oh hell no. See something jumping out now.
Yeah, there was a lot to it.
He's right here. I done solved the mystery. I
always was trying to solve something, man. I was like, come on. I'm going to solve something. One of these, I'm going to know one of these.
That's crazy. I thought one day I was watching this shit and I seen somebody that I knew on this shit.
Yeah? What, like as an actor or?
I don't know.
Or they was part of the crime?
I can't remember. Yeah, but I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Shit.
Like, what?
Some of them, what's crazy is some of them I've linked to, so like sometimes people will ask, how do you know if something was real or not? You know, like information you might get or whatever you're talking about. How do you know? And, you know, how we always say you got to use your intuition. But also part of what that intuition for me is I had seen a bunch of unsolved mysteries about a bunch of different shit, you know, mob hits, lost loves, kidnappings, you know what I mean? So, you know, murders, the whole thing, right? All of it. And I'd seen so much of it that when you would start to hear people who survived, like survivors that would come out and talk about stuff, you know, and like, and they, you know, they talk about, I was, you know, put in containers and I was trafficked and they were, you know, all these different things, you know, whatever. I was sent to different places. I moved with different people and, you know, all these different things, right? And then they would talk about certain things. And then they would say, you know, this might have been, you know, what they'd say year or something like this was such, like at this time and, you know, this happened and, you know, da-da-da. And then I'd go, there was an unsolved mystery about that. Something they would be talking about. And I'd go, there's an unsolved mystery I think that's that story. And then I might go look it up. And I'd be like, that's the unsolved mystery story. Oh, shit. And I'm like, that was in Unsolved Mysteries.
Got you.
So I could tie it together. And so I'm like, you know what I mean? Yes, could they have that same information? But they didn't say it like that. They said it a different way. It's from their perspective. You see what I'm saying? And then you've got the Unsolved Mysteries perspective. But the two stories could be are tied to each other. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I just remembered one. Okay, so on Unsolved Mysteries, there was this story. I think it was in, shit. Fuck, I can put this together. I can do this real quick. Hold on. So I think it was in Arkansas. There was these two kids who they believed got hit by a train in their area. And the train guys said, there was two bodies laying. They didn't know they were kids at the time. They knew they were kids later. But at the time, the train guy was like, I saw these two people, these two bodies on the thing. And, you know, with a train, you can't stop right away. So he was like, we hit him. He goes, I knew we definitely hit him. He goes, so then when they figured out.
Scraped them all out.
Right. So once they put it together and figured it out, they were like, oh, it's these two boys, it's two local boys. And the guy was like, yeah, they were just laying on the tracks. What do you mean? You know, like, why would they just be laying on the tracks? Like, it's one thing to play on the tracks and then they know a train's coming. You know, anybody would do that, right?
Wow.
But they were like, they were laying there. So then they did a toxicology on the kids and they found like weed or something, you know, like weed in their marijuana. So then the coroner said, oh, they must have fell asleep on the tracks. They were high and they fell asleep on the tracks.
Ain't no way, bro.
Right. So the dad was like, no, you know, the dad was like not really believing it. I mean, he's believing it a little bit because it's a doctor and some people tell him, but he's kind of like something about it doesn't feel right. So that's why this is an unsolved mystery. You know what I mean? It's one of the stories. And so they're talking about, right? And then so he ends up, you know, like finding some other stuff in the woods. He found like some radios in the woods or something. And so he ends up linking it to like some cartel shit where they were like dumping drugs in the woods, and it's possible that the kids were taken out, because they saw something and they weren't supposed to see something, So that's kind of where he started going with it. But that's the unsolved mystery. There's no real clues to that. There's no real clues to why they were just laying on the tracks. It's really unsolved, right? Now come 20-some years later, right? A movie comes out. It was I think it was called American something. I think it was with Tom Cruise. It was called like American Pilot or something like that, or American something. I can't remember. If I'll find it, try to throw it on the screen. And that story is about the CIA involved in drug smuggling, and that they dropped drugs in this forest area. And that, yes, sometimes people got too close and they got taken out. It corresponded the stories. You see what I'm saying? So Unsolved Mysteries, I was like, that's what happened. It really was about drugs, but it was the CIA running shit. So that's why they couldn't figure it out. Because the CIA wasn't going to give up their shit. Right. You know what I mean? It was CIA run. You know what I mean? And so that's you start making those connections, and then it's little things like that where you make those connections and you go, okay, something else is, and then you start realizing it's not just drugs, it's trafficking, it's smuggling, it's all these different things. And then it's run by the CIA. So what does that tell you? They're involved in everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's like, they're involved in everything. They're in everything, And so they're just, and it's just a surveillance state. We're in a true surveillance state. We know that. We understand that. If you have a camera on your phone, you're being surveilled. We showed it. Remember we showed it? Mm-hmm. You saw it, remember? Yeah. The video with the flash? It's flashing. We talked about that, remember? We're being surveilled at all corners, and I mean that's just what it is. It's monitoring. We said that. We know that.
Your laptop, your computer,
everything. Anything that's got a chip or something in it, anything of this can be used to monitor us.
Your TV,
our TVs, everything. Right? Yes, it's all being. They call it the Black Mirror. You know what I mean? How do we know what they're watching on the other side? We see a blank screen. What do they see?
Right.
Crazy.
You don't see me.
Right. So, but yeah, so we're in a surveillance state, and it's like, how much of this? It's like we didn't understand what we were doing. We were wrapping ourselves in fucking our own technologies, pretty much, And then, but that's the thing. Remember, we said they used it to surveil us, not realizing that we could turn around and use it to surveil them too.
Bomb droppers.
And that's how we turned the tide, folks. That's how it happened. That's why, like in 2016, 2017, I mean, even since 2012, things have started changing when you start to look back at it, because you realize that's what turned the tides, is they were able to surveil them too. So now we have documents, filmage, and footage and whatever of what your crimes are too, whoever those people are. You know what I mean? And all they had to do at that point was start taking it down. And they just been taking people down ever since. And that's where we're culminating into this situation here. You know what I mean? 8, 9 years later, from that time. And we're, you know what I mean? It's taken that long to wrap this shit up and get these people out of the way. CEOs are stepping down, or are they being forced down?
Bomb droppers.
You know what I mean? So,
I don't know.
That's all. Yeah.
It might.
So there's a lot. There's a lot to it. You just got to
say earlier. They might just be leaving because they know something, man.
Mm-hmm.
They know something that we don't know.
Right. They always seem to know stuff we don't know.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to share with the public.
Right. Well, not anymore.
Just yet.
Not anymore. not happening anymore. We're sharing with everybody.
Real, man. The next week,
Spread love, spread truth.
man, y'all try to stay warm, prepared. Like,
9 degrees?
just in case the power go out.
9 degrees.
Get some flashlights around, I'm telling you.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I got solar on my roof. That snow's been blocking it. Sons of bitches.
That's crazy. Shit, we ain't gonna be able to get no sun. The sun ain't gonna be out.
Right. If they keep putting all them clouds up, man.
That's what I'm saying. The sun ain't gonna be out. Because when it's snow outside, it's just gray.
It's just gray, right? They just gray out the fucking sky.
It's just gray, like tinted mirror tints.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah. Some areas going through it right now, man. Y'all keep y'all head up, man. Stay warm, stay together, whatever. You know,
Prepared, not scared.
that's it.
You know what's up.
Prepared, not scared.
You know how to do it.
That's it. Just get right, man. So that means it's gonna be it's gonna be bad, bro.
Something I've been saying lately.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Why, when you go into panic mode, why are you usually going into a panic mode? Why do you know what I mean? Like, why do you think that's, like, if somebody goes into a panic, why do you think that person goes into a panic?
I mean, well, for me, shit, I don't like getting lost.
Right.
So me, I don't want to get lost, and I don't know, you know, how the fuck I'm gonna get back.
Right. But
So
that's what I'm saying, right?
That's when I start.
But that's also lack of information, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Because you see what I'm saying? Like if you're doing something, you go into a panic, it's usually because you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? You're kind of confused and you don't know what to do, so you kind of start to panic. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever situation you're in at that moment.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like a lack of information. So that's the whole point of prepared, not scared. If you have things to work with, you have ideas and things you can do if something comes up. But if you're not prepared at all, you're gonna panic.
Bomb droppers.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. In most scenarios, the reason you panic is because you have no tools to work with and you don't know what to do in this moment. So now you have to start panicking and start thinking faster. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you're like, okay, hold on. All right, we got this. Okay, let's you go do this real quick. You see what I'm saying? If you start thinking and moving, you're not panicking. Now you just know what to do. Everybody just start moving. Let's start doing things or whatever. You know what I mean? What do we need to do? You know, it's like if the lights go out, okay, let's grab some candles. Okay, everybody grab a flashlight. Everybody get some shit. Let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? And start moving. Instead of just going, oh my God, and panicking, like, what do we do now? You know what I mean? So that's the difference. Is usually it's just lack of information. So if you're prepared, you have the information, all you have to do is apply it in the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where if you don't have the information, you're gonna panic until you can figure out or find the information.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you got to be a fucking master craft at this or nothing, but think about that idea. It's better to be prepared than scared.
Right.
You know, that's all we're saying.
That's it.
Don't panic. That's when you start making bad choices.
Right. Like panic and go to the grocery store and buy up all the damn toilet paper.
And the milk and the eggs, you fucks.
That's panicking. Calm your ass down, leave something for the others.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. When are you going to be at home for 2 days? Come on. Calm down. But I guess that's what everybody thinks, right? This is
might
it.
be.
This is it. This is the global meltdown.
Nah.
Every time it shows up, it's like, this is it. This is it. It's going down.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just.
I'm like,
I know the energies. I know I feel different lately. Shit is
right.
it's like weird out here, man. I don't know what.
We got some planets that are aligning too. Yeah, I didn't mention that yet.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? It's supposed to be like 7 planets aligning, like right now.
Yeah. And we supposed to see 3 of them. It's supposed to be visible to us.
Right.
3 of them. And that's
It's like all month or something,
on
right?
the 20.
Or some shit.
See, that makes sense. See, that's someone above this earlier.
Is it all month?
No. Yeah.
Like all month, depending on where you're at, you'll be able to see them somewhere.
But of course, this storms is supposed to be happening. So they trying to apparently block the sky so we can't see.
Of course. What, the sky battles? So we can't see the sky battles?
Man, I don't know, man. It's just so much going on. From the 19th through the 25th.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And the inauguration is supposed to be on the 20th.
Right. And
So
then
it's
Martin Luther King.
Right, that
and
too.
There's so much going on. Like,
Right.
what?
Right.
So why is that his day on the 20th? And then the
Right.
president
Got to
come
share
in.
those days. I don't know, man. See what I'm saying? Weird shit going on out there, folks.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens. That's all we can do. That's why I said all we can do is we're here for the ride. We're here for the ride. So we're just navigating through it. That's all we're doing. We're just helping you navigate through it. You know, just see some of the things we're seeing so you can make a better. Here's the thing: if you don't have the information, how do you make a better choice?
Right.
Just like we said, prepared, not scared. If we don't know any of this is happening and it just starts happening, guess what? You're going to panic. So it's soft disclosure. We've been saying that. That's what we started with at the beginning 2 years ago. We said this is soft disclosure. We are disclosure. We're part of planting the seeds in people's heads, telling them this stuff is coming. It's on its way. And we're not trying to scare people. We're not trying to make it like it's a doomsday scenario. We're just saying, we're saying, look, this is the new world. We need to start thinking in new ways. We can't keep playing in the Matrix.
Bomb droppers. So you keep playing. Keep on playing. You're going to get left behind. Playing. Still playing.
Y'all want to be part of the graduating class, right?
Looking crazy. Playing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's when they talk about star seeds and light workers coming here to help. What they're saying is that those souls came here. They'd already graduated. They already did this shit. And they're here to help usher and graduate the next class through. Isn't that crazy? That's an honor. It was an honor to be here. That's why they're here. They're like, I gotta be here for this shit. I remember when I went through my first one. You know what I mean? Because some people, that's the thing. Most of us have done this billions, thousands, millions, who knows how many times. Because that's why it's the whole point of living the multiple lives and reincarnation and whatever, and all times happening at the same time and all that shit. It all happened at the same time, but in over different ages and whatever. You know what I mean? It all, you know what I mean? But there's other souls who've only done this like a couple thousand times. You know what I mean? And they're graduating the next level. And we're just like here to help fucking usher them out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, let's fucking do it. You guys are helping upgrade the universe with this. This is a universe-wide upgrade that's happening with this graduation.
Bomb droppers.
It's a graduation of souls. That's why all the angels are here. That's why they're here to help. Because they're going to make sure this shit happens the way it's supposed to happen. There's no interference.
That's what I'm saying. change your mindset, get your mind right.
Yup. So yeah, what have we learned over the last couple of years, right? It's like we learned that trafficking is happening a lot more than we think about. We've learned that what is it?
Yeah, man.
UFOs are real, and the government has them, right? You know, and it's like now we're learning telepathy's a big thing. You know, intuition, all that stuff, the things outside your bodies, the extrasensories. You know, it's not just
access.
It's not just taste, smell, touch,
hear,
right? The extrasensory joints.
Yes, sir.
That they tell you don't exist, right?
Yes, sir.
But have a name for them called extrasensory. Why would they even have the name for it if they don't believe in it?
Bomb droppers.
Come on, people. Let's wake the fuck up to their bullshit. You know what I mean? You're going to name it and then go, yeah, but we don't believe in it.
Right. It's crazy.
So yeah, telekinesis, clairvoyance, all that stuff goes into play and all that stuff now. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. The whole idea is that what's crazy is how when we were talking earlier and we said that the kids made the parents come to their level instead of dropping down to their level because you have to use motor skills to talk, it's a slower way of communication. And we know that because sometimes when we're talking, your thoughts are moving faster than your fucking mouth can. Mm-hmm. Know what I mean? And so you're like fumbling over your words going, I just got so much going on right now.
Yeah.
You want to get it all out.
So, yeah.
So here's the thing. When you do telepathy and all that stuff, all of that gets sent in one file.
Bang.
And the other person just gets it and goes, oh, shit. Yeah. And then y'all can start talking about it and whatever. You know what I mean? There is no, I have to articulate this and get this out and give me 2 minutes to talk about it. It's just instant. And then instantly we can start communicating back and forth. You know what I mean? So in this hour and a half that we motor skill our way through this, you know what I mean? We could have had this conversation in a split fucking second. That's the difference. You know? Crazy, right?
Right.
We would have just known this.
And nobody knew.
And nobody knew.
And nobody else knew.
Yeah. Well, nobody was recognizing
you and that person.
Yeah. Right. In that moment. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Because you make the connection.
Right.
Well, here's the other one that we always talk about. This is the biggest one everybody says. You make when you think about somebody, you make a connection with them through like telepathy. But because we're not strong enough or we haven't practiced enough to do it, we don't start talking. But usually what happens is one of those people calls the other person.
That's what I'm saying. I got so many texts on my phone. Like, then that's crazy. I was just thinking about it. I just about to call you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because y'all were thinking about each other, so you made the connection, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But think about what happened there, right? If you could have the full telepathy moment at that moment, y'all would have had the conversation and been on your way.
Right.
But what do you got to do? Take your slow-ass 3D self and make the phone call and use motor skills to talk.
Hey, that's how it be, man.
That's the world we're in, folks. See how crazy that shit is? It's like the slowest form of communication out there, other than probably fucking smoke signals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get right to
just
you.
fucking send it.
Get right to you.
Send it. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what we're doing.
That shit move faster than
Yeah, faster than light.
Then you hit the enter button.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the enter.
The second you hit enter,
That shit already gone
got
before
it.
you hit enter.
Yeah.
Boom.
It anticipated the hit.
It's gone.
You already sent it.
You just not hitting enter.
Yeah.
My shit already into the brain already.
Right.
And you just hitting enter.
Yeah. So, cause see, that's the
Yeah,
thing, right?
done.
And then
Like, no.
I think one of the biggest things that like parents were per se concerned about it at the time was privacy. They were like, if my child is in here and they're knowing what I'm saying and doing, and they're like, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, like, and that's crazy, right? Like if your child could read your fucking mind your whole life, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. And here's the thing: part of it, you didn't even know they were doing that. You know, you didn't learn this till they were like older or whatever. So like their whole life, they knew what the fuck you were thinking. They couldn't communicate to you though, because they couldn't talk. You know, that's crazy. It's a crazy world. You know what I mean? But that shows you can navigate this world and you don't even need to speak.
Yeah.
All you have to have is a way to communicate. You know what I mean? And if you can make telepathy connections or whatever, you could get anything done still. You get it figured out. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Wild shit.
I don't see why not.
All you have to do is communicate.
And that's the main thing, communicate.
Yeah. And they do it more efficiently with telepathy. Yeah. 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 It is more, it's easier, like I said, than doing this.
Right.
You know? And that's the thing, is you have those connections with some people. You just don't realize it. You know what I mean? You don't realize that's what it is, because we just haven't been practicing and conditioned to understand it. But we're learning. We're starting to learn, and that's why we're open to it, and we're understanding it, and we're going, okay, yeah, makes sense. But it's like, you know, so yeah, it just depends. But you can, you just got to practice. With anything, you got to practice until you get it, until you remember fully, till it comes back to you. You know, some people, it might just fucking click.
Just send the message.
Just send the message.
Just got to connect with that person, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For real.
Yep. Definitely.
You got to be on the right frequency, too.
Well, though that's the thing, too. It's like, in order to do some of these things, some of us, our bodies might still be toxic. You know what I mean? Compared to where they need to be to really put these things together. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
We just don't know. And so that's why I said, I think when you work on yourself and you cleanse your body of some of these things, that's possibly why stuff starts kicking on. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, we're showing up to the show going, yo, just check this out. You know what I mean? This happened to me or whatever. It's because we're cleansing ourselves and doing that shit, and it's clicking shit on at some point. You know? Crazy, right?
Shit. No.
Engage.
I'm staying out. Staying right, man.
Yeah. Black seed oil.
Gotta stay strong.
Feel the vibe.
That's my shit. Savage. Got a power soul. For real. So you guys, your body, man.
Yep.
Gotta take care of that thing. Without that, who gonna hold you up?
Yeah.
Your body could shut down any moment, man.
Yeah.
Any moment. So watch what you give it, man.
Yeah, we got to be better. We all got to be better.
That's it, man. Sometimes you gotta say no to late night snacks.
Yeah, it's been tough lately.
I know.
Think it was part of my depression. I gained a bad habit again. I started getting little snacks. I wasn't doing that for a while.
Yeah. Just gotta be smart, man. That's all. Careful what you put in your body. That's all.
Careful what you do.
Like you said earlier, you know, the red dye and shit, Red 40 and all that other shit.
Right.
It shouldn't be on the shelf.
Shouldn't even be on the shelf. Shouldn't even be on the shelf. What the fuck's going on here? We got to trust the grocery stores too, you know? They got to hold them accountable for their part in this that they played. Because they should have known better too. You know what I mean? Your local store, that's what they wanted to do. They looked out for their people, you know, because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to be of service. You know what I mean? They were there to be of service. And so they're like, I want you to enjoy this food. I want this food to be enjoyable because that'll make you make a connection with me. And this is what like I said, that's why when you look at like people who go, you know, who might be like, I was a lawyer for 15 years and I said, fuck all that. And now I'm a chef, you know what I mean? Or something, you know what I mean? It's because when we were, you know, in our tribes and our different things over the years, our ancestors, these different things that we still carry, right? These things were in us, and it's like some of us in our stuff, that's what we did. Their love languages, it was food. So it was about making food and doing things. And that was where they just felt the most love from their people through their food, you know what I mean? Or it could have been, you know what I mean, other stuff, you know what I mean, other things that people do in their families, you know what I mean? It could have been the one who goes out to college and seeks the knowledge and brings it back and educates, and you know what I mean? That might be your passion. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to be of service to everybody, you know what I mean? And so all these different things. And so when you look at that, you know, fuck, I don't know where I was going with that. It's the end of the show, folks. We're getting close. I lost my fucking thought. I was going somewhere with it, though. I was going to connect it to something. And then it just went, pew, just disappeared. Just shut off.
You know it's crazy. I seen your body drop.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. I was like, damn it. I lost my whole thought. Wherever I was going with that, I have no idea.
Damn.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what happens.
So good, man. So good.
That's why sometimes I got to go back and watch these things so I can go, what the fuck was I talking about? So I can finish the thought. You know what I mean? Because now I want to know too. But if I go back and listen to what I said, I'll probably remember. It'll probably kick in. I go, fuck, that's what I wanted to say.
That's how it always is. That's how it always is, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Stay warm, man.
Yeah.
Stay warm. Please.
Spread love, spread truth.
Man, for a sight for the homeless people out there.
Prepared, not scared.
It's not my season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not a lot of people like the cold like this. Like, it's cool. Cold weather's cool, but not when it's all snowy and dreary and bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Sticks around too long. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're gone in the morning, it's cool. You know what I mean? That's what she said. I was oh shit!
Oh, is he gone? Funny.
All right. You snow overnight all you want, as long as you're gone in the morning. We're good. Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, with that, Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby.
and we will catch you on the next one.
Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibes. This is Awkward Intelligence. Just smoking vibes.